An empathy map is a powerful collaborative visualization tool that helps teams understand their users on a deeper level. At its core, an empathy map is a collaborative visualization tool used to articulate what we know about a particular type of user. Here we can see the basic structure of an empathy map. Notice how it's organized around a central user, with different sections capturing various aspects of their experience. The primary purpose is to help teams understand users' experiences and perspectives in a structured, visual way. The user sits at the center of the empathy map, reminding us that everything revolves around understanding their world. Here's a real example of an empathy map in action. This map captures insights about a user named Paul, showing his actual thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Think of empathy mapping as literally stepping into your user's shoes to understand their world from their perspective. This perspective shift is crucial for making user-centered design decisions that truly meet people's needs. Ultimately, empathy maps serve as a foundation for guiding product development and design decisions, ensuring that solutions are built with real user needs in mind. Now that we understand what an empathy map is, we can explore why this tool has become so essential in user experience design. Empathy maps have become essential tools in modern design and business strategy. Understanding why to use them reveals their powerful impact on team collaboration and customer understanding. The primary benefit of empathy maps is fostering shared understanding within teams. When designers, developers, and stakeholders work together, they often have different perspectives about users. Empathy maps create a unified view by breaking down user experiences into clear, visual categories that everyone can understand and contribute to. This shared understanding leads to better user-centered decisions. Instead of making assumptions, teams can reference concrete user insights organized in an accessible format. User-centered decision-making becomes the foundation of successful products and services. Empathy maps ensure that every choice considers the real needs and experiences of users. In today's competitive landscape, customer experience has become the key differentiator for businesses, surpassing even product features and pricing. Empathy maps help businesses prioritize customer experience by providing deep insights into what customers truly think, feel, and need. Empathy maps also reveal critical gaps in user research. They highlight areas where teams lack understanding about their users, guiding future research efforts. When creating an empathy map, empty sections or uncertain areas become immediately visible, showing teams exactly where they need to gather more user data. Real empathy maps in practice demonstrate these benefits clearly. They provide structured frameworks that teams can use to organize and share user insights effectively. By fostering shared understanding, enabling user-centered decisions, prioritizing customer experience, and revealing research gaps, empathy maps become powerful tools for creating meaningful connections with customers and building better products. The empathy map is structured around 4 key quadrants that work together to capture different aspects of the user experience. Each quadrant focuses on a specific dimension of how users interact with and perceive your product or service. The Says quadrant captures direct quotes and verbal expressions from users. This includes what they say during interviews, surveys, or user testing sessions. These are the actual words users speak about their experiences, needs, and opinions. The Thinks quadrant explores internal thoughts, beliefs, and concerns that users may not openly express. This represents their mental model, assumptions, and private reflections about your product or service. The Does quadrant focuses on observable actions and behaviors. This includes what users actually do when interacting with your product, their workflows, and their behavioral patterns. The Feels quadrant captures emotional responses and feelings. This includes frustrations, excitement, anxiety, satisfaction, and other emotions users experience throughout their journey. To see how these quadrants work together in practice, here's an example of a completed empathy map. Notice how each quadrant provides different but complementary insights about the user. When all 4 quadrants are filled with user insights, they create a comprehensive, holistic view of the user experience. This complete picture helps teams make informed decisions that truly address user needs and motivations. Beyond the core 4 quadrants of an empathy map, we can add 2 powerful elements that provide deeper insights into the user experience. pains and gains. Pains represent the challenges, frustrations, and barriers that prevent users from achieving their goals. These might include long wait times, confusing interfaces, high costs, or technical difficulties. Gains represent the benefits, positive outcomes, and solutions that users experience or desire. These include time savings, ease of use, cost effectiveness, and reliable performance. Understanding both pains and gains helps create a balanced view of the user experience, showing what to minimize and what to maximize. Let's see how pains and gains integrate into a complete empathy map structure. Here we see a complete empathy map that includes the traditional 4 quadrants: says, thinks, feels, and does, along with dedicated sections for pains and gains at the bottom. The pains section captures user frustrations and obstacles, while the gains section identifies desired benefits and positive outcomes. These elements also connect to broader customer profiling frameworks. In customer profiling frameworks, pains and gains work alongside customer jobs to create a comprehensive understanding of user needs and motivations. This 3-part framework helps teams understand what users are trying to accomplish, what prevents them from succeeding, and what benefits they hope to achieve. By including pains and gains in your empathy maps, you create a more complete user profile that highlights both improvement opportunities and success metrics, leading to more user-centered design decisions. Creating an empathy map follows a systematic 7-step process. The first step is to clearly define your target user or persona. This provides focus and ensures your empathy map addresses the right audience. Step 2 involves gathering comprehensive data about your users. Use multiple research methods, including interviews, surveys, observations, and feedback sessions to collect both qualitative and quantitative insights. Step 3 is setting up your empathy map template. Create a visual framework divided into 4 main quadrants: says, thinks, does, and feels, with the user at the center. Step 4 involves populating each quadrant with your gathered data. Add user quotes to says, internal thoughts to thinks, observed behaviors to does, and emotional responses to feels. Step 5 emphasizes collaboration and validation. Review the empathy map with your team, discuss findings, and refine the content based on collective insights and expertise. Step 6 focuses on analyzing the insights to identify key patterns, pain points, and opportunities. Look for recurring themes across quadrants and highlight areas that need attention. The final step is to iterate and update your empathy map regularly. As you gather new data and insights, continuously refine the map to keep it current and relevant to your evolving understanding of users. Following these 7 steps ensures you create comprehensive and actionable empathy maps. Remember that the process is iterative. Each cycle of data gathering and analysis deepens your understanding of user needs and experiences. User personas are detailed representations of different customer segments that help businesses understand their target audience. But how do we truly get inside the mind of these personas? Meet Jerome Carter, a communications professional from New York. This persona gives us demographic information, goals, and basic characteristics. But to truly understand Jerome, we need to go deeper into his thoughts and feelings. This is where empathy maps become invaluable. Empathy maps help us visualize what our personas think, feel, say, and do. They bridge the gap between basic demographic data and deep psychological understanding. The empathy map takes persona information and organizes it into 4 key quadrants: what they say, think, do, and feel. This structured approach reveals insights that might be hidden in traditional persona descriptions. Here's a practical example. This empathy map for Paul shows how persona insights are translated into specific observations about thoughts, feelings, actions, and statements. Notice how much richer this understanding becomes. The combination of personas and empathy maps creates a powerful foundation for decision-making. Personas give you the who, while empathy maps reveal the why behind user behaviors and motivations. When you combine detailed personas with empathy mapping, you transform static customer profiles into dynamic, actionable insights that guide every aspect of your product development and user experience design. Empathy maps aren't just theoretical tools, they drive real improvements in products and services across industries. Let's explore 3 concrete examples that show how empathy mapping translates into tangible results. Consider a food delivery app development team. Their empathy map revealed crucial insights about user frustrations and desires that weren't immediately obvious from basic user data. The empathy map uncovered that users weren't just looking for fast delivery, they wanted healthier food options and were frustrated by unreliable delivery times. Users said things like, "What should I eat today?" while thinking about their health goals. These insights led to tangible improvements. The app added healthy meal filters, implemented real-time delivery tracking, and created personalized meal suggestions to reduce decision fatigue. A university library redesign project used empathy maps to understand how students actually used their space. The traditional assumption was that libraries were just for quiet study. The empathy map revealed that students felt overwhelmed by traditional planning methods and were intimidated by complex online tools. They needed both quiet, individual spaces and collaborative areas for group work. The library redesign included designated quiet zones, collaborative spaces with whiteboards, and a simple room booking app. Student satisfaction increased significantly after these empathy-driven changes. An educational technology company created an empathy map for graduate students to understand their unique challenges balancing work, study, and personal life. The empathy map revealed that graduate students experience procrastination, feel pulled in multiple directions, but are motivated by career advancement and lifelong learning goals. Based on these insights, the company developed features like progress tracking, peer support networks, and flexible scheduling tools that directly address the emotional and practical needs identified in the empathy map. These examples demonstrate how empathy maps bridge the gap between user research and actionable improvements. They transform abstract user insights into concrete features and design decisions that genuinely improve user experiences. Empathy maps are not static documents that you create once and forget. They are living, breathing tools that should evolve alongside your projects and understanding of users. When you first create an empathy map, you work with the data and insights you have at that moment. This becomes your starting point, version 1 of understanding your users. As your project progresses, you gather new user research, conduct additional interviews, and collect fresh behavioral data. This new information should flow back into your empathy map. Your empathy map evolves into version 2, incorporating new insights and deeper understanding. Notice how the details become richer and more specific as you learn more about your users. This iterative approach ensures your empathy maps remain accurate and relevant throughout your project lifecycle. Looking toward the future, empathy maps are becoming even more crucial as businesses shift toward personalized customer experiences and emotional connections. 3 key trends are shaping the future of empathy mapping: personalized interactions, deeper emotional connections, and integration with other design tools. One important evolution is the integration of empathy maps with customer journey maps to create a complete picture of the user experience. When combined, empathy maps provide the emotional and psychological context, while customer journey maps show the step-by-step experience over time. This combination creates a comprehensive understanding that guides better design decisions and more meaningful user experiences. Remember, whether used alone or integrated with other tools, empathy maps must remain living documents. Regular updates ensure they continue to reflect your evolving understanding of users and drive successful, user-centered design decisions.